Yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's been, don't seem too long, but when you used to doing this for, a lot, one show may seem like it's, a little crazy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live on Facebook, on the Spotlight Sports Network YouTube page. Here also on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as well, my personal YouTube channel. And of course on I forgot Twitter. Yes. What is going on? Oh my goodness. I'm sharing right now. You guys know what I do. There's so many places where I have to go. So I hope that you would do the same. Why I'm sharing that music, of course, that you heard was from my guy, Alec X Winters on Instagram. Alec, ALAC X Winters on Instagram. Let me give him his credit. Where you can go check him out. You can go to Instagram and go look at that right there at the Chord Academy on Instagram. He's a young jazz musician, and look, the boy's bad. And of course, he allowed me to use one of his tracks, and I appreciate it so much. And grateful. I can't see the comments yet because I'm still sharing. I hope you guys stay with me tonight as we talk about what's going to happen on this Thursday. There's a lot of excitement in the air because of course, the NFL draft that's coming up this Thursday, and a lot of optimism is in there, a lot of hope, a lot of trash talk. All of that kind of stuff is going on right about now. And of course, as you, the Dallas Cowboy fan base, not myself included, of course, but the Cowboys fan base is on fire with big hopes and big dreams and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna go and tell you now before I even get started, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I will not fall into the hopes and dreams, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. I'm just hoping that Will McClay does what he usually does, and that's have a good draft as usual. We do that pretty well, so I have confidence in that. This is usually, as I said on a previous show, this is usually the time when the Cowboys do shine pretty good, because we do draft well. I have to give credit to where it belongs, and that's the great Will McClay and Stephen Jones. Let me see what's going on, Bobby. Hey, Miss Ty, I see you in the house. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat room. A couple people. What's up, Joe? Joe from Italy. What's going on? See, you can't miss. You can't miss too much, because see, people think something wrong, and there is, and most of you know by now what is going on. I'm here. Well, I got a visitor. I want to go with the show, but I got a visitor. This is.
I'm back. Yes, sir. Get that my dad out of here. Right. This is my big time show, baby. Take care, everybody. This is my big time show, and the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl next week. And just so you know, the Saints are going to lose to the Cowboys, and they're not going to go to the playoffs. They're not going to go to the Super Bowl at all. I'm the champ, baby. I'm the champion of the world. I'm the champion of the world. And I'm going to be here forever. It is the big time show. Now, what's Daddy gonna get him some good luck and tell him he can't beat me and I can beat him in all that. So tell somebody in the comments, tell him that I'm the king, baby.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh my God, it's for human life. No, God's for human life.
Goodbye.
Yes, how about them Cowboys? Yes, sir.
Yeah, close the door, please. Close the door. Well, it's live radio. That definitely was not part of the production. But I got my son. No, get out. Thank you. Close the door. My son is taking over. Close the door. He think he me. You understand? Yeah. Listen, before I get started again, if you have not seen my video from today, I reiterate what I said. Thank you for your prayers and your concern concerning my family and my mother, who is in hospice care. Most of you know that by now, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your continual prayers, and I hope that you will continue to do that. I talked to my mother just maybe about 25 minutes ago, and she's resting, and her mind is right, and everything else is just it's just she has stage 4 cancer, as most of you heard, especially if you remember my church. You heard that yesterday. So we went ahead and put it out publicly with them. I haven't said anything. I did today, finally. If you haven't heard it, once we get through with the show, go to my personal page. If you're my Facebook friend, you can see that, and there's my message to everybody. I'm not going to talk about it. a whole lot. Uh, just going to deal with this internally and privately as much as we can, um, and pray that God's will be done. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sid. I see you, my little brother, done popped in here on the Kirby High's finest. Sid is Cedric Morris in the building. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Ty. I see all of you guys. I appreciate everything. Thank you, Donald. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. So really, to be honest with you guys, this is therapy for me. I ain't gonna even lie to you. This is therapy. I hope y'all join me in my conviction as I kind of break away from some of the thoughts and all that kind of stuff to talk Cowboy football. I appreciate you guys popping in, and let's talk about it. All right. So I didn't talk to you guys Saturday, okay, because I was in Atlanta, Georgia, with my mother and my sister and my brother-in-law who's up there as well. And so I didn't do the show. I came back to Memphis on Saturday morning, but I was just too tired. I did not have any energy and all that kind of stuff. So I went to sleep. That's what I did. Yeah. I went to sleep. Y'all gonna allow me to go to sleep now. Yeah, I'm coming, but sometime I can't come when when you ain't got the energy. So I missed the show Saturday. I'm here now, and I wanted to talk to you guys about one Stephen Jones first. Now, if y'all want me to get stuff off my mind, all you got to do is just start talking Stephen Jones, and I go to another stratosphere. You see what I'm saying? So let me just go on, buckle up, everybody. Let's ride. Most of you heard the interview from last week about Stephen. I haven't talked about it, but he did give some. When you start talking about the draft, Steven is safe when it comes to the draft because exactly, old cap boy, exactly, old tight cap dude. But when it comes to the part of the draft, he elevates his game, the little game that he does have, and part of that is because he is shielded and protected by Will McClay. It's no doubt about that. He is protected by Will McClay. No doubt about that. And so because of that, he gets to share in the spotlight of others. It ain't necessarily his doing. It's just that he gets to shine in that spotlight with Steve. I mean with Will McClay. Will McClay and his scouting department has done all the work. Let's get that understood. They have done all of the work. They have done the things that need to be done. They have watched all the film. They have watched all of the good games and the bad games. Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are not doing that. They're not spending hours upon hours looking at tape. They lean heavily on Will McClay and the scouting department. And so a lot of things that you hear Steven saying, a lot of that is shared by the organization that has been, not the organization, but the scouting reports that have been done by Will McClay and the scouting. There's no doubt about that. And so, y'all forgive me, I'm on this computer and I'm trying to see if I can do something here. But he did do an interview on 105.3 The Fan, as you know. And there were a couple of things that is worth talking about. Y'all forgive me here. There is a couple things that is worth talking about. It is. And it's not all negative. It's not negative. It's not negative at all. And can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure y'all hear me. I just plugged something up. I don't know if it's messing everything up. Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't for Will, we all be hurting. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure. Somebody say yes. Somebody say yes. Somebody say yes. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Somebody say yes to me, so I know to keep talking or unplug what I just plugged up. I need you guys to help me here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. You can hear me. Okay, good. Let's keep going. So let's take a few notes, and this will kind of formulate the rest of the show. Okay. This will formulate the rest of the show. I thought it was some good things that he did say because this is his wheelhouse. Okay. The first thing that he talked about that really caught at least my interest was the potential of moving up in the draft, which is what a lot of Cowboy fans want to do. And there's another segment of Cowboy fans that want to move down in the draft. I don't know where you guys at that's on here now. Let me know. Do y'all want to move up, or do you want to move down, or do you just want to stay neutral? In other words, do you want to pick at 24 and just go with it from there? So do you want to go up? Do you want to go down? Or do you want to stay neutral? Y'all comment on it so I can kind of see where y'all head at. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting on that, he talked about heavily about the possibility, well, he didn't talk about the possibility of moving down. He gave more of an explanation of what can happen if we move down. And he ended up talking about DeMarcus Lawrence, what happened when we moved down, traded down, and that year when we got DeMarcus Lawrence in the draft. And here's the fascinating thing. When he was talking about it, really, if you're talking about moving up in the draft, then, what is it going to cost you? And as much as the Cowboys value draft picks, then it make you wonder, okay, if you move up, I mean, really, who really is there that you're talking about moving up for? And I ain't talking about moving in the top 10 or top 5. No, we're talking about maybe three spots up or something like that, or 4 spots. Well, what is the price tag going to be for that if you move up like that? You're probably going to have to exchange your first round picks, okay? And then you're going to have to give up at least probably a third round pick, no less than a 4th round pick to move up to that spot. So if you move up maybe 4 or 5 spots, I mean, we're at 24. So, I mean, at maybe 19, or, I mean, the cost going to be way too high to be talking about moving from 24 to maybe, 15, 16. I think, okay, I see you, Joe. Joe says if we want to grab Jordan Davis, he says that we're going to have to at least move up to get to to 15 to maybe pick Jordan. Well, to move up from 24 to 15, that's going to cost. And I mean, I don't think that there's really nobody there. And I love Jordan Davis. I do. I think he's a difference maker. I think he is. I think he can come in and be an immediate impact for this team. But that's too much, especially when you know how our organization is. We love our picks. So I don't think that we're moving up at all. I don't think we're moving up at all. And plus, you really can't move up because you really don't know what the board is going to be like. You see what I'm saying? when you're drafting at 24, you can't really, you know what I mean? When you get to that point in the first round, you don't know what this boy is going to look like. Nobody knows. Especially when we start talking about the quarterbacks, because you know that someone, they're going to move up. Somebody going to get desperate and move up and go get a quarterback. It never fails. And it's just going to change the whole landscape of the board. Teams that you think are going to get receivers, some of them teams are going to go get offensive line. Somebody like the New York Giants, for instance, who need offensive line help, and they got 2 picks in the first round. They need to protect Daniel Jones. And a lot of people are saying, okay, well, get them weapons. Get them some weapons. Well, it makes no difference if you get weapons and you ain't got no offensive line now. Let's be realistic. Same thing with the Jets, who have 2 picks in the first round. Everybody talking about go get him a wide receiver, get Zach Wilson a wide receiver, get Zach Wilson a tight end, get Zach Wilson a running back and all. Look, you better go get Zach Wilson some offensive line help before you get folded up like a chair. I'm just saying, while you got a chance to be in the top 10, you have a quarterback or these young quarterbacks, you better get them some offensive line help. That is obvious. Now I know Cincinnati just went to the Super Bowl, but we remember the year before that how Joe Burrow got punished. Matter of fact, he got punished this year. The truth be told, what did Cincinnati do? What's up, Ken in the building? Cincinnati went over this offseason and just went crazy, making sure that they get this guy some offensive line help because they know Joe Burrow would be in Cincinnati Memorial Hospital if you don't get this man some help. How many times he gets sacked in the Super Bowl, y'all? Y'all remember that? Good Lord. You know what I'm saying? So I really believe that part of going up, and he kind of shot it down. I'll give him credit. He really didn't talk about moving up other than the part of what it's going to cost. However, this is what he said, and I think this is worth kind of putting your hat on just a little bit. The Cowboys are very aware that everybody's listening to them, okay? Everybody's listening when they do these interviews. Everybody's listening, and the Cowboys love to play a little poker. And, they love to play a little poker and little head games. But based off the history of what we've done over the years, he said this, and I think that this is worth talking about. And it only means if this scenario is here. Now, this is me talking, not anybody else, but this is just me. I feel that the pick is going to be an offensive lineman. I've been saying that from the first place. I've been saying that. And I realize that we may have some real skillful guys there. Now, I believe that the 2 names that are there that really is going to draw some interest, if they are there, is Kenyon Green and Zion Johnson. Both can play guard. Hey, what's up? What's up, Kendra? What's up, Kendra? Kendra, my God, elementary classmate. She's a little older than I am, but we all went to school together. Hey, Kendra, appreciate you popping in on me. What's going on? Listen, I think it's going to be Zion Johnson, if they're there, or Kenyon Green. If those 2 are there, one of those guys, I believe, is going to be our pick. I believe that. Hey, Kendra, I see you. I believe that. Now, if they are not there, listen to me. If they are not there, and if Dean or Dean maybe is gone, I believe the possibility of trading back becomes a real possibility. And I'm here to tell you, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. Actually, I actually would love it because listen to what Stephen Jones said. I believe this is worth kind of investigating a little bit. This is what he said. I wrote it down in my notes. He says that when they move, if you're talking about moving in moving back, I mean, trading out of the first round or trading out of the first round. He said that moving in the second round, moving 5, 6, or 7 spots up in the second round only usually costs you a third round pick. Now, that's what he said. I don't know. And if it's all it costs you is a second round pick, a third round pick, I'm sorry, and you got two, you have two probably first, second round picks. I don't think the Cowboys would be mad at that. I wouldn't be. That's what he said. He kind of talked about that moving down thing. And I'm saying that's why I'm, like, if you're talking about the first round, you talking about moving up in the first round, I mean, who's really there that you really just, who is on this, in the top 20 picks will you say, look, we got to have this guy? Who's really there that has that type of credibility in the first round? I mean, I'm looking past the top 5, okay? And the top 5 is still being debated. I heard a rumor today talking about getting the kid from Oregon if he drops Thibodeau or whatever his name, the edge rusher. I said, man, please. If he drops, he ain't gonna drop that far. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a top 10 pick. He ain't, if you call dropping from maybe 5 to 10 a drop, okay, I guess so, but he's not gonna be there for us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Coach Price. Coach Price in the building. Coach said he talks too much. Yeah, Big Joe, he be like Nike, just do it. Exactly. I think he's throwing the smoke screens up to get people to start talking like me, and some organization that is listening, trying to see what the Cowboys are doing. But I believe that part is true. I believe that they wouldn't mind having 2 second round picks because remember the name that first came up that everybody was talking about in Cowboy land, the first person they said who they loved was Sam Williams. The edge rusher, they say he's a freak of nature, but he's projected to go on in the second round. I believe that if they got any shot of getting him, they will take it. They say this kid is different. He's special, all that kind of stuff. Or if he's that special, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it. And then I got some question marks myself about it. I watched his tape. He looks good. However, he ain't all that because if he was all that, he'd be in the first round. See, when you say special and he's different and all that kind of stuff, those guys are in the first round. Not the second. At least that's where he projected to go. And some have even projected to go late first round. Pass rushers, if you're special, they go in the top 10. You're above average rotational guy with a chance to be a every down starter. That's what you are when you talk about if they project you in the second round. So I like Sam. I've seen him. I can see where he can make a difference. He ain't no Randy Gregory with his bend and all that. He's fast. He's big. And it's rare when you find a big fast guy. I get that. He can play a little bit stronger. But maybe that has to do with technique and coaching. So I ain't gonna knock him, but he ain't, you know, you know what I'm saying. So I thought that was interesting that he said that. Um, I thought it was. I thought that was wood. I thought that was a real thing that may be entertaining, especially after the first round. And there's some guys that's there that's really high on their board. The Cowboys would make a move because they've done it before. They ain't trying to move in no first round. That it's rare. I think Morris Claiborne, they did that. That was a while back. They just don't move like that. They stay put in the first round. So if you ask me, I believe we're staying put at 24. And it's kind of going to be kind of hard to predict what's going to be there. We're drafting so low that you really just have to see what the board produces. And you are, at that point, playing, drafting the best player available. That's what I think. And I believe that's what we're going to do. Now, I really do believe, as I said before, if Green is there or Zion Johnson is there, a lot of you guys, some of you guys like the center from Iowa. I just believe it's going to be an offensive line pick, and I think that's what we need. His goals is a good. It's not his goal beyond need. It fills a hole. And it's a need, and you got a $40 million quarterback that you got to protect. So I'm all for the lineman pick. I know some of you want the receiver, and some of you want the sexy pick. Some of you even want, some of you want defense to start it off. It just all depends on who's there. And of course, we don't know what their draft board look like. We don't know who's rated higher and all that kind of stuff. So, it might be a linebacker. I ain't gonna be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad if Dane is there and we decide to pick up Dane. I wouldn't have no problem. Yeah. Coach Breedlove. I got two coaches in here. Coach Breedlove and Coach Price. Coach Breedlove said, we don't draft at least 4 offensive linemen. We are not trying to win the Super Bowl. Coach, I don't think we're trying to win it anyway, to be honest with you, because the offseason proved that to me. So that's just me now. That's just me. It may not be you, but it's just me. The offseason kind of proved to me that we're really not going after it the way that we could. I ain't saying we're supposed to sign 10 free agents. I'm just saying that we could have signed at least a left guard. We ain't got to go get every free agent. We could have signed a left guard. We could have done that. We could have done that, especially when you made the decision not to pay Amari Cooper. We could have signed at least the replacement for Connor Williams, because certainly, maybe they know something we don't know. We're not there, but I don't think they're just 100% all in on Connor McGovern. I don't think so. I ain't saying the kid is trash either. He's not. I like Connor. But he lost his job back to Connor Williams, so that ought to tell you something. I mean, they gave him the chance, and he lost the job right back to Connor Williams. So I just don't think that he's not trash at all. It's just that I think that we could have had some better options. And I think we should have spent some money on a left guard. I think we should have. That's me. Maybe their whole intent was to get a left guard or a guard in the draft. Don't necessarily have to be in round 1. It may be in round 2 or 3. Who knows what they're thinking. But I think we're gonna get some linemen, Coach Breedlove. Coach Price said the offensive line is not that bad, just wasn't used correctly. Exactly. Terrence Steele never should have came out of the lineup. Coach Breedlove. See, it's good. I got 2 of my coaches in here who know football. Oh, I'm cooking with fish grease now. Coach Brewer is a person I don't think the Cooper thing would be that much of a big deal. The running game will solve the Cooper loss. Coach Breedlove, may I introduce you to Coach Price, who just said the offensive line not that bad, just wasn't used correctly. You two guys, this is what happens when you got two coaches in here that know the football game. You'll hear the same thing, but it'll be kind of like in a different way. See, I could just sit back and just get off the mic and bring Coach Price and Coach Breedlove in here, and they could just take over the show. I'm just saying, I just sit at their feet and listen because they know what they're talking about. They do. Hey, everybody on Podbean, I see you. So you're absolutely right, Coach. But see, now we're getting into the real problem. See, which is what I'll get into in a minute. Let me talk about this real quick because I'm catching back up, and then of course I'll let you guys kind of finish it up for me. Everybody talking about Deebo Samuel. Why, y'all? Why? Why are y'all talking about Deebo Samuel? Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. This is not Madden 25 on PlayStation 5 or your Xbox. Why are y'all even wasting time deliberating on how? You know what I'm saying. Y'all know Deebo Samuel ain't coming to Dallas, but y'all stop that. He got 1 year left on his contract, okay? You didn't want to pay Amari Cooper because Super Cap Man, that's the reason why Cooper is gone. He just tried to blame it on production. Look, come on now. Deebo is probably going to ask for more than $20 million the following year. Come on, y'all. Y'all know Stephen Jones don't want to pay that type of money. Come on, y'all. But y'all stop. You know Deebo not coming to Dallas. Just why are y'all even entertaining this mess? Deebo Samuel will be in San Francisco next year. He just playing the game. They know they got to keep him. Come on now. He's not going. Look, if he is traded, it will not be to the Dallas Cowboys. If the San Francisco 49ers are smart, if they really are even thinking about trading him, you would trade him to the AFC. You're not trading him within the same conference. You're not doing that. You're not going to put this guy anywhere in the NFC, especially with a contender who you know is going to give you potential problems later on in the season. You're not doing that. He might get traded to the Jets or somewhere else, but he ain't getting traded to the Cowboys. A lot of people talking about the Packers. Are you crazy? The San Francisco 49ers are not sending Deebo Samuel to Aaron Rodgers. Are you crazy? No, sir. No, ma'am. No. Matter of fact, let me stop wasting time because I just wasted a good 2-3 minutes talking about Deebo Samuel coming to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, here's Coach Breedlove, Coach Price, who just put this great comment up. Physical football solves many problems. Finesse football causes problems. Fact. Exactly. Let me tell y'all, we are allergic to dogs. We are. I'm talking about those type of players like Deebo, these guys like attitude plus. We don't get those type guys. We just don't. We don't. Curse was probably Jerron Curse is a dog. I was glad he brought it out of him. We're not used to that type of leadership on our team. The Dez Bryant type guys. We don't really go get a whole team of those guys. We limited to one of those guys. Deebo Samuel's a dog, man. Zeke is a dog, but Zeke ain't just vocal with it. Curse is vocal with his dog and can bag it up. You see what I'm saying? Deebo is a dog. They can bag it up. Ray Lewis type guys, talk it and walk it. You see what I'm saying? We usually don't get those type guys. Michael Irvin, those type guys. We don't get those type. But here's the real reason why. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to be repetitive. I hate to do it. But I got to say it again. If you get a Deebo Samuel, okay, Kellen Moore don't know what to do with him. Come on, y'all. Look, Kellen Moore didn't know what to do. Look, he don't know what to do with Tony Pollard. Come on, y'all. Have y'all forgot? I'm still stuck. Now, y'all look. I'm still stuck that Tony Pollard got the ball 4 times in the playoff game. I'm still not over that. We still begging this man to get the ball to Ezekiel at least 15 times a game. I mean, good God. 20 is what you really want, but God almighty. You look at the stats, Zeke ain't got, but, and I understand he was hurt a little bit, but before he was hurt, come on, y'all. And you want to add Deebo Samuel to this? He didn't know what to do with Amari Cooper. Hey, Mike, I see you popped in. Look, have y'all forgot? This is Kellen Moore. It's bad when you got a nice car and then you put your keys in, but the car don't crank up because you ain't got no engine in it. That's Kellen Moore. The car is beautiful outside. Oh, my God. Pro Bowlers everywhere. A scary receiving core. Cooper, Lamb, Gallup. Oh, my God. Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, decent tight end. All the cars pretty outside. But they ain't got nothing on the inside. You don't know how to drive it. That's Kellen Moore. That's Kellen Moore. And you want to put a Deebo Samuel to this? Man, Deebo would be frustrated dealing with Kellen Moore. Cooper gone, y'all. Cedric Wilson gone. Huh? See, this is the reason why. Okay. I see you, Cade. Cade McDonough in. Cade, what's up, Jose? I see you, man. Appreciate y'all popping in on me. Cade says, this is the reason why. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. And Cade makes an excellent point. He said, why people talking safety when we're good there? Why talk about our top wide receiver when we have a decent wide receiving core? We need O-line vets, if anyone at all. Amen, Kate. Why is everybody talking about Olave from Ohio State and Dotson and all these guys? Listen, Kellen Moore, somebody just got to prove me wrong. I don't care nothing about being the number 1 offense in the league last year in yards. I could care less. You guys know when it was crunch time and when he went against good teams, he was nowhere to be found. He abandoned the running game all year. Well, other than that little 6-week stretch we had, he totally forgot about the running game. I understand Zeke was hurt a little bit. I get Zeke was hurt. I get that. But Tony Pollard was there. You wouldn't even give him the ball. How in the world are you talking about getting traded with Deebo Samuel when he still ain't figured out in 2.5 years how to get the ball to Tony Pollard? I don't understand it. I don't understand why everybody is going cuckoo over the possibility of getting Deebo Samuel. We're not getting Deebo Samuel, y'all. Stop it. Please. Tell you one other thing. What'd you say, Jose? I think for the most part it's because of guys, what did you say? Let me put that up. I think for the most part it's because of guys that would be available to us at 24 will have second round grades, which is the reason why I ain't drafting. They'll be there in the second round. I agree with you, Jose. Yeah. I think Jose, you just popping in. I look, if Green and Zion Johnson, I do it for you, Jose, because you one of my guys. If Kenyon Green, and Zion Johnson are not there at 24, then I don't have no problem trading back. Now, if Dean is there at 24 at the linebacker, then I would love to have him. He's a dog. I need a dog. I need some. I need a look. Listen. See, I said it at the beginning of the off season that I already saw the shift happening. This team needs to be as strong as possible on defense. That's me. This team has a chance defensively to crack possibly a top 12 type defense if they play the cards right. I want this defense to be as strong as possible. Dane makes the team stronger. So if he's there, I'm picking him up. Okay, what'd you say, Jose? Even Green is our second round lineman. They're just being pushed up because the draft not top heavy. I agree with that. Jose said there's only 15 first round grade players. So most of those 15 guys would not be, they'll be gone. We're drafting at 24. I agree. Coach, what'd you say, Coach? Coach says Kellen is soft and other teams know it and they attack us physically. Exactly. I gotta have some force. You hear me? I want some force. I want some nastiness, man. This is what I got to have in order to I need that. If we're gonna go, if we're gonna go old line, I gotta have a nasty guy. I don't want these. Forget professional. I mean, good God, I got to go. If we're going old line, get me a nasty guy there. That's what I need. We got to get some nasty going, man. We got to get some physical, mean guys. Not these by the book, 2 steps to the left, punch, 2 steps to the right. Make sure your pads are perfect. No, forget all that, man. Give me a guy to say, look, man, I'm going to hit you in your mouth. What you going to do about it? And whatever you do, I'm coming right back. We got a whole 4 quarters of this. I'm going to physically destroy you this game. And that's what I'm looking for. I don't know what y'all looking for. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's what we need. Now, if we're not getting that, let's go on stack up on the defense. I've been saying it all the time. It ain't got to necessarily be with the first round pick. I need this defense to be at least a top 12 defense this year. If we can do that, and our offense, which I don't think is going to be number 1 in the league, obviously, this year, but they are good enough if they play right. They still are good enough to be a top 10 offense. So get the picture. If I got a top 12 defense and a top 10 offense, I'm going to win a few ball games next year. That's what I think ought to happen. All right. Now, here's the last thing that I want to show you guys. And this is the part that I just said, God have mercy. Please just, can you intervene and just put something in Stephen Jones' head? This is what he said, y'all. Irritated me because I really believe that. He says that he believes that the running back group is strong. He said the reason why he said that is because the question was asked about drafting a running back. And what he was counting on was Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, and Rico. Y'all forgot about Rico, who was running pretty good. Rico Dowdle, that is coming back. Okay. And look, they are pretty good. Those 3 are pretty good. I do. I'll say that those 3 are pretty good. However, here's the caveat. Number 1, Ezekiel Elliott get hurt every year now. Last couple years, he get banged up. That's number 1. Number two, and here's the most important one to me. Tony Pollard's in his last year. Okay? I ain't got to go to Rico. I'm just going to stick with Tony Pollard. Please understand that if the Cowboys don't do this right, some team is going to pay Tony Pollard next year. And they're going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Because old cheap Stephen Jones is going to say, man, I can't pay you no $7, $8 million and you a number 2 running back. You know he's not going to pay him. You know that. You know he's not going to pay Tony Pollard next year. So essentially, this probably is going to be Tony's last year because please understand, 32 teams in the NFL, please understand, there will be about 12 to 13 organizations that will be willing to pay Tony Pollard big money because they know his value. Y'all know that, right? So really what I'm saying is, I don't think drafting running back shouldn't really be just crossed off the table the way he was saying. I think that because Tony Pollard, I don't think he's going to be a Cowboy next year. I honestly can't start. I'm starting not to trust Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not. As far as health goes, I'm not starting to believe in him as staying healthy. And I mean, you can't blame. We talking about 17 weeks of running back and all that kind of stuff. I give Zeke credit for trying to play on the bad knee last year. I give him credit. But we all know Tony Pollard should have been getting the ball a whole lot more because we could see that Ezekiel was struggling. Even though he was out there, we could see him struggling. I don't think Pollard going to be with us next year. It's his last year. And the Cowboys are not going to be paying a number 2 running back $7-8 million. It's just not going to happen. And I know a lot of you talking about, maybe, we need to get rid of Zeke. Well, you ain't getting rid of both of them now. You ain't getting rid of both of them. Zeke Elliott gonna be here. You're not getting rid of both of them. One of them Tony Pollard gonna get offered big money from somewhere. Okay, it's just the truth. And Steven not gonna do it. So I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. Even though he kind of shot it down, like I said, the interviews are just smokescreen. He doing a lot of talking. I wouldn't be surprised if we draft a running back. And in actuality, ladies and gentlemen, that probably would be a smart move. Even though you got Rico back coming off injury. Even though you got Zeke there. Jose say Zeke going to be gone next year. I think they're going to come to Zeke and try to renegotiate his deal. And I think Zeke going to bite it. I don't think he going to want to leave. That's just me. But if he ain't coming out the money, he will be gone. Just like Cooper. I believe that. I'm with you, Jose. I'm serious. I think that the possibility of running back will be done. Tony Pollard not going to be. I just don't see it. I saw what you said, Coach, earlier. Say offer him $4 million. But, Coach, here's my thing. Tony Pollard is – I just feel like he know he's worth more than that. That's just me. I think Tony Pollard believes that his value, and I think he's dead. I believe he would be right on target in thinking this. I believe Tony Pollard knows if he can make it through this year injury-free, he going to cash in next year. And I think he already knows it ain't going to be from the Cowboys. Some team is going to overpay him. And it's gonna be more than $4 million, Coach. I believe that now. I believe it's gonna be way more, and I think he knows he's worth more than that. Exactly, Jose. That's why I'm saying. Here's the thing. Why exactly? Tony Pollard probably ready to say, look, I want to be a starter in this league. I ain't trying to ride to be a number two. Exactly. He done seen his friends get disrespected by contracts. Yeah. Running backs that not all stars don't want more than well. I just think that he knows his value gonna be there, coach. That's just me. It's kind of like Sid Wilson. You see what I'm saying? Some teams will overpay. And I believe a lot of teams would overpay for Tony Pollard. I do. All right. What you guys feeling about the draft? I mean, I personally believe we're gonna stay at 24. I believe that we're gonna take the best player available. I believe that. Yeah. Exactly. Right there. Jerry McKinnon. I think McKinnon plays with the 49ers. Got more than $4 million 2 years ago. So I mean, come on, man. Look how much money Sid Wilson got from Miami this year. Come on now. So he gonna overpay. Tony Pollard won't be. I just don't think he'll be here next year. Yeah. He gonna try to. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised that in the 4th or the 5th round, we got 3 picks in the 5th round. I would not be surprised whether it's the 4th or 5th round. We're gonna be drafting a pretty good running back from somewhere. I can see that. Yeah. I agree with you, Kate. They're not going to make that mistake to do that. I think after Kamara, let me see. Well, I don't know what Jonathan Taylor's contract is in Indianapolis, but I'm not a Colt fan, but I don't know if he's up. But he whatever he asks for, they're going to give it to him. Okay. It's another one that I'm trying to remember. In a couple of years, Najee Harris from Pittsburgh. We got a few years ago left, but he's gonna be so valuable that he's gonna demand something as well, and he gonna get it. Yeah. All right. What y'all feeling? I don't know what your draft strategy is, but I really believe that we are staying put. But at the same time, if one of our guys are not there, I would not be surprised if we trade out the first round and stack up picks. And I don't think it's really a bad idea, y'all. I really don't. All right, I done talked long enough. I'm getting back in the swing of things. Appreciate you guys again for your prayers. For my mother, thank you so much. This has been therapy for me. You guys helped me tremendously because I'm looking at the clock. I've been on for 58 minutes. It just done took my mind away until I just said something. So I appreciate you guys. This has been kind of like therapy for me on tonight, and I really do appreciate you hanging with me, and I can take my mind off mama just for a second. All right. I appreciate you. Call in line is open 901-654-6853. You can go ahead and we can go on chop it up real quick and talk about it and see if you agree with me. If you don't, then I ain't got no problem with it. My opinion ain't the only opinion in the world. I don't have no problem with it at all. But you guys can call in now. Let's see what's going to happen here at the Big Time Show. If not, I'll just keep talking about Stephen Jones and Kellen Moore. I'm really ticked off about, if you give Kellen Moore a Pro Bowl offense, which is what most of what his team is, you can get him the NFC Pro Bowl team, and he still wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm just saying. What's up, Cincinnati crew? Appreciate you popping in. I'm serious, y'all. You got to call it like it is, man. Everybody getting excited like, woo, we gonna get this guy. Woo, woo. We want a receiver. Woo, yeah. Yeah, but your offensive coordinator is Kellen Moore. He had all this. Didn't know how to drive the car.
+1-803-960-3584.
I think I know who this is.
Call from
Coach Mark.
Yeah. My coach in here.
To accept, press.
There he is. My coach is in the building. What's up, Coach?
My man, Big Show. How's it going, man?
Man, I'm trying, man. You know that.
Man, my prayers with you and your family,
Thank
man.
you,
My
man.
prayers with you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Big Show, I want to push back on it a little bit.
I love it. Come on.
Tony Pollard ain't gonna get no more if he gets $4 million. If that's where his open market gonna be. Let me explain this. And I understand, and I'm not saying Tony Pollard is not a good running back. I think he's being underutilized, not just in the running game. I think he came out of Memphis, he's being utilized greatly as a guy that can catch the ball, and that's one of the things that I say, Kellen Moore, he's not utilizing. This guy could give you some of what Deebo Samuel give you within the slot, which would be he's a matchup problem with linebackers because of the shiftiness and being in the open field.
Mm-hmm. You right. Coach, can you hear me?
College.
Go ahead. Coach Breedlove, I think that's you. Matter of fact, let me see if I can bring him in.
Breedlove.
Hey.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey. This is special for me. Let me see if I got this right. All right. I know I got Coach Price on here. Coach, say something.
I'm here. Here.
Please tell me I got Coach Breedlove on here. Coach, you on here too? Coach Breedlove. I can't hear you. Okay, maybe I did that wrong. I don't know. I think I got it right. Coach Breedlove, you hear me? Hang up, and then once I get through with Coach Price, I'm gonna bring you on back in. All right, no problem. Listen, Coach, let me say this. I'm gonna say this to Coach. I live here in Memphis all my life, and of course, I was here when Tony and Antonio Gibson were the guys here in Memphis during their 1 year, and they lined up Tony Pollard everywhere, man. I mean,
thank you.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I don't understand. I just don't understand Kellen Moore's not utilizing this guy to get touches, because any guy that is a great kickoff returner, that means he knows how to run in the open field.
Which he was a kick returner as well here in Memphis, like he is for us now. You're right.
Right, and he knows how in space. He's great. Mm-hmm. But as you remembered him in Memphis, this is why I don't think he's no $8 or $9 million running back, because he has never been a workhorse. I'm going to carry the ball 20 time guy, day in, night in, and night out every week. That is not his style of running.
Exactly.
We have had glimpses of this. Mm-hmm. What we saw against the 49ers last year, Zeke was out. He started. He had one big run, but he had 9 other carries for less than 3 yards. He is a guy that if you put him in situations, a change of pace, you give him his 11 carries a game, you give him his 5 or 6 touches in the passing game a game, he will make big dividends for you at a 16 to 17 touch guy a game. Mm-hmm. But he is not a guy that you can salt the clock away at the end of the game, every game in and game out, because if you haven't done it in college and 4 years in pros, that's not going to start in year 5.
I agree.
There's a difference between full-time running backs and guys that are change of pace guys. Mm-hmm. And $4 million for him, guaranteed about give him a 4-year contract, guarantee him about 12, and give him for me. He'll jump at that deal. Cowboys will be happy. Plus, he has a problem with plantar fasciitis, which doesn't go anywhere. That doesn't go anywhere. I've had it, and that's not going to go anywhere. So there's going to be some times when it flares up where he's going to have to, you're going to have to rest him.
True.
So again, but if that's a smart move by the Cowboys, if they do that, but I don't think they're going to do that. It's just that they're underutilizing Tony Pollard. You from Memphis, you understand this, and this is the problem. Yeah. I want to say this right quick, Big Show, when we talk about this draft. Yes, I do believe that our defense is our best asset right now. If we trade up, right, we hinder Will McClay, who is our best asset at this time, from being able to do his job when we give away picks.
Yeah,
because then we put it all in one player, which is not a real big evaluation type thing, and then we lose picks. And now Will can't work his magic like he has by getting those 3rd and 4th round picks that are become starters on this team because we gave it up for one guy.
Yeah,
that you taking away Will's job. You taking it out of his hands now, and you putting it on one player, which the evaluation around the league. If you go up and move that evaluation around the league, this guy is going to be a great player, a good player. So you take it out of Will McClay's hands and you handcuff him from being able to do a good job with his great moving of picks. If we move back in the 2nd round, I love that.
I love it
because we need that. If we can get 2 second-round picks, that's great because now I know he can work his magic.
Yeah,
but we must build a physicality on this football team in the 2 areas that we're lacking physically.
Yeah,
I understand everybody loves Jordan Davis. I think Jordan Davis will be a great player, but I'm not still down on the guys that we have got because we haven't even given them a time to even get to the point of playing 16 games.
Yeah,
and with this and what they played last year, when they come, if they improve any, this defense gets better.
Well, especially in the case of OC and Bohanna. Especially in those 2 cases. Those were 2 rookies last year.
And Nelson Gallimore, because you got to think about Nelson Gallimore played, half of 10 games? I mean, this way.
Yeah.
Half a season?
Yeah.
Even with Tristan Hill, he flashed. But I think we get enamored thinking that, okay, yes, the Cowboys have had that big guy in the middle. But again, we improved our rush defense. I think we get over. We get a little too, we jump the gun and thinking that we're not physical. And I think we look at the San Francisco game. The San Francisco didn't just physically beat us in the run game. The first couple of possessions they ran, they didn't even score in the second half. They didn't get a turnover.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't get an interception in a short field.
Yeah. No doubt.
So the defense did not play as bad. Yeah. But I will say this about Kellen Moore. And I'm glad that you're pushing this and saying it.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore, and I said this, he doesn't know a physical component to his game. And I want you to ask the other coach who asking this question. Kellen Moore has always said, right, we aggressively take what the defense gives us.
I can't tell.
But that doesn't mean you create it.
No.
What great coordinators do, they aggressively get what you don't want to give us, and they aggressively get their players the ball, and they get their touches.
Yeah.
And if you stop it in any play, they just take what you give them, and they move to the next play. But they aggressively, with formations, physicality, play calling, make sure that they get their playmakers the amount of touches that they deem that they need every game for them to be successful.
Yep.
It is easy to take what the team gives you because that don't take no genius to do that. Yep. They'll give you Dalton Schultz. They'll give you the throwing the ball out the flat. They'll give you the throwing the ball to your third wide receiver. Mm-hmm. But you got to be aggressively to attack defense and impose your will.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm about to say.
And if we gonna get an offensive guard here, and if he's a monster, mm-hmm. he's gonna help Tyler Bialic a great deal. Mm-hmm. But if you put him in a finesse, sitting, taking the charge, and not allow him to have a semblance of dominance on the field, and be committed to letting him get after people,
you're in trouble.
He will eventually become soft.
Exactly.
So, Kellen, please put a physical component to your offense. I'm not saying you got to change everything, but put a physical component to your offense. Be committed to running the ball. Yeah. And if we can get 30 carries per game by these two running backs,
there you go.
Dak will win the MVP, people. Yeah. Dak will have an MVP season. It's already been shown.
Yeah.
He would throw more touchdowns. He would throw less interceptions. Yeah. He would get hit less. Yeah. And he will be comfortable in the pocket.
Exactly.
30 carries, between 27 and 30 carries a game. Yeah. Creative carries. Not just run Zeke right up the middle. Creative carries. Yeah. And this offensive line will be okay. If you got Colin McGovern in there, they'll be okay.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. I love it, Coach. I appreciate you calling as always, man.
Oh, man. I'm in my prayers, man.
Thank
keep
you, brother.
Pushing, brother. And I've been there. I've been down that same road.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right. I appreciate Coach Price. Listen, the call line is open. I want Coach Breedlove. If you still there, go ahead and call in. He's from South Carolina as well. I'm surprised y'all two don't know each other. Coach Price, Coach Michael Breedlove. Also, Coach Breedlove, if you still here, go ahead and call in now. You almost insulted me too, talking about the call line wasn't in service. I think you dialed wrong, Coach. My stuff is up. I paid for this. Come on, Coach. If you here, man, go ahead. There he is. I think I see him. There he is. I think that's right. Coach Breedlove.
Hey, good evening, sir.
There he is. My coach is in the building. What's going on? Let me get your hand claps here. My coach is in the building. Yes, sir. What's up, Coach?
Everything good. Everything good.
I appreciate you calling in, man. What's going on? Talk to me.
I was just going to talk to you about a couple of things I observed with our Cowboys. Mm-hmm. When you look at all the winning teams, we keep talking about our edge rushers and secondary. Why are anybody not talking about the A-gap? You look at the Rams, they control the A-gap. When you can control the A-gap, you make everybody run lateral, and that gives our speed a time to do what they do and dominate the game.
Ooh, Coach, you just asked probably for us, my God, probably the last 7-year question. Like, that's what we haven't done. By no means, I can't even think. Who's our last dominant one? Was it Leon Lett, maybe? Oh my God, Russell Maryland. Or I can't think of. Well, we did have a few couple. We had oh my God, I forgot his name. Ratliff. Jay Ratliff played well for us. Made a few Pro Bowls.
And you look at our heyday. When we was winning all the Super Bowls and all that.
Yeah.
Even way back to Randy Martin, and we had all those guys back in those days. Our defensive tackles controlled everything.
Everything.
And when we can get a in the quarterback space.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you.
That makes it easier for our secondary.
Let me ask you this, Coach, since I got you, since you saying that. And maybe there's just not enough evidence, as Coach Price just was talking about. But I do see the improvement of Neville Gallimore. I think Bohanna was playing pretty good at the end too. But I guess when I'm asking it, Tristan Hill played well, and of course OC is a playmaking type defensive tackle. Okay, I like it. How much do you love those four guys? Cause see, none of them, in my opinion, are leaving. See what I'm saying? So, how satisfied are you with Gallimore? And let's just use our starting two, or let's just say the top three: OC, Hill, and Gallimore. How satisfied are you with them?
Well, I'm really Gallimore. I'm a big fan of Gallimore. I'm a big Oklahoma Sooner fan, even though I live here in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I watched them all the time. Tristan Hill is doing a great job. We just got to get them on there. And again,
you think they too light, Coach? You think they too light?
Yeah, that we could bulk up a little bit. I mean, look at DJ Raja at Green Bay when he was controlling everything. Two-gap player.
Yeah.
Cowboys don't have a two-gap player. Everybody, you got one of those guys going to be a one technique, one of those guys going to be a three technique.
Yeah.
We don't have that big guy that can control, get over the center and control either gap.
Yeah. So you it sounded like, if I'm listening to you correctly, it sounded like you big on Jordan Davis. That's what it sounded like to me. You there, Coach?
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, I'm a big time. Even though when serving as a DC, we play a 4-man front, but I love a guy can get on that in that one technique on the shoulder, that center, and make that center block him and make that double team come, and that's going to open up that Mike backer or that wheel backer to be able to come in there and wreak some havoc. But because we don't control the gap, teams hit that inside gap, even in the playoffs. They hit that A gap, then we come, bounce to the outside. Now we're giving up 15, 17, 20-yard rushes on 3rd down and 12.
Yeah.
We got to control that inside of the game before we can do that. And that's going to help out everything.
Yeah.
And offensively, we have got to get a misdirection game.
Yeah.
We are too straight ahead, too straightforward. People know quarterback open up to the right, the play's coming to the right.
Yeah.
Too many times we run how the quarterback is over. Teams going to learn, figure that out. We have got to get a misdirection game in our playbook.
You sound just like Coach Price. He said innovative, and got to get innovative in the offense. You just can't run Zeke up the middle like we were doing. You saying the same exact thing he was saying. And I agree 100%. So that leads to this question, Coach, and I'm so glad you called in. Tell me what you feel about Kellen Moore. Oh, wow. You start laughing.
Kellen Moore reminded me of here in South Carolina, we play a lot of spread teams. And and they try to mask something, but the mask has already been taken off.
Wow.
I mean, just by formations alone, I know what play you're going to run.
Wow.
I mean, you can't line up against me third and long, double slot, then motion.
Yeah.
Look at, man, it's going to be wheel route, curl route, or you're going to run some combination of a flood. Everybody knows. So drop in cover 3.
Wow.
Let those linebackers hit the flat.
Yeah.
And we get the 4 or 5 yard swing pass we get every weekend.
Wow. See, this is why I told y'all earlier. I tried to get both of them on the line. That's what I tried to do just a few minutes ago. I told you I could just sit back between Coach Breedlove and Coach Price. I could just mute my microphone to let them start talking. Because look, this is just valuable stuff what you're hearing about formation wise, they're telling you that the offensive coordinator is limited. That's really what they're saying. And so we got to start, that's why I was saying before. Look, if we get all these good guys, we got a guy that really don't know what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? And then so you'll be in a position where your talent has to override the coaching or the lack of coaching or the lack of play calling or the lack of design. Your talent level has to be just crazy. Like you throw a 5-yard slant and they get busted for 75, that type of stuff. That's where we are with Kellen Moore because he's too generic, man. He really is, Coach. And I don't know if he read it or not. Coach, I lost you there, but y'all see what I'm saying. I appreciate you, Coach Breelove. I lost you there. You may be in a bad spot. But, man, thank you for that call. And he's sound. The Coach Breelove is for Joe. I guess Joe is with you. Joe said if we get Jordan Davis, can you imagine D-Law and Parsons all rushing at the same time? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad pickup. Yeah. Exactly. That coach that great players can't take bad coaching. Exactly. It's just you can't do it. You got to have somebody that's going to, put these guys in the right position to win. Can't be generic, man. You just can't. You just can't. And I realize, Kyle Shanahan is different. I mean, look, since it's a copycat league, somebody tell Kellen Moore to get watch Kyle Shanahan's running game. Since it's a copycat league, copy that. My God. I'm serious. Copy that. Look, go get a film of Sean Payton and see how he gives the ball to Kamara. Incorporate some of that stuff for Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, everybody in the world know Alvin Kamara gonna get the ball. Yet, 1,600 yards. Everybody knew last year Cooper Kupp was gonna catch the football. Everybody knew that. Everybody. He had over 140 catches. Dang near 2,000 yards in receiving and 16 touchdowns. And they knew. Oh, Beverly Denise. Yeah. You're working the NFL draft, Beverly. Lord have mercy, you're going to have a ball. Oh, my goodness. I mean, see, Sean McVay, go copy his. Get some, look, just watch what is that? What are they calling? Everybody in the world know Cooper Kupp is going to get the football. Everybody. He still had 140 some odd catches. That is called play design. I know you can't wait, Beverly. I know you're going to have a ball. Anybody go to Las Vegas. I've been there 3 times, I believe. I'm never disappointed when I go to Vegas. Never have been. Trying to go again. Coach Price said we had Davis on a solid linebacker in the draft. We cooking. I'm all for Davis. It's just I don't think he's gonna be there. And Coach Breelove, I like I said, I think you was in a bad spot. I lost you there, but I just don't think Jordan Davis is gonna be there, especially when we about to pick up. I just don't see it. Now, if he drops to say, 20 or 21 or something like that, it's time to get on the phone. I said, I know we value our draft picks, but I don't see.
Call from
Coach Mars.
Okay, I got my coach back.
Press 1 to send a.
I'm gonna change the name of my show from the Big Time Show to the Coach Marv and Coach Breedlove show. I got Coach Marv back. Come on, Coach.
Hey, I just want to give my ultimate draft.
Okay.
My ultimate, if things fall my way.
Okay.
For the Cowboys.
Okay.
All right. Listen. I believe that Jordan Davis might be there. Okay.
At 24, Coach. At 24, Coach.
He may be there because it depends on. Again, you talking about a guy that's probably going to pay you 1 or 2 downs, and if you get into a team that's pass happy, he may not get. You may have to take him off the field, even though he's an athletic guy. But that's still yet he's not an ultimate pass rusher in there. And what's going to happen here is you're going to have teams that's going to try to get him off the field. But I believe with Dan Quinn's system, he is Dan Quinn wants to play a lot of defensive linemen. And that's one of the reasons I was saying Jordan Davis may not, because I don't think he will be on the field a lot. And you use a first-round draft pick that may be playing 45% of your snaps. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? But if we were to get Jordan Davis in the first, make that move again to get 2 second-round picks. Your second pick is and then you can't get a top-ranked guard, a physical guard in the second round. Mm-hmm. Don't believe that for people that think you need first-round draft picks for offensive guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we could take that second pick and get a solid linebacker, maybe the guy out of Alabama.
You're going to have that guy from Oklahoma. You're going to have that guy from Wisconsin there, too.
Yeah, we can get a solid linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 3 physical positions, right?
Mm-hmm.
If in your 4th round, if you get to the 4th round, you gave it your 3rd round pick to get that second pick. You got your linebacker, your massive defensive lineman. You got your guard. Now in the 4th round, if your wide receiver is not there that you love, but one of the best tight ends are there because they may be around the 4th round.
Uh-huh.
You can improve your passing game with a physical tight end that can stretch the field and can do more than just catch a 2-yard pass and get tackled.
Okay.
Cowboys fans, I tell you, with those 4 pieces, and I don't care what else you throw around in the rest of the 5th round or whatever, if those 4 pieces pan out, you're a better football team than you were last year.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
That's your defense is going to be even better because Parsons now will be if you get a linebacker that can come along and play well. Parsons now turns into your 3rd down edge rusher in situations where teams get behind and we got to hunt the quarterback. As well as you have 2 guys in the middle that attack, because if you have great defensive linemen that take up blocks, if you do not have a downhill physical linebacker, it's still not going to help. They work hand in hand.
Yes, sir.
They work hand in hand. And I believe what Coach was saying. Yes, we hadn't controlled the middle, and I understand where people are saying that this guy is a controlling factor in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe, and I will put this on this. Osa, if he continues to improve as well as he played at the beginning in his rookie year, with the amount of snaps that he's going to play, he's a Pro Bowler.
Yep. And let's use common sense, Coach. You know Osa probably don't put on an extra 10 pounds or so, without a doubt.
He's gonna put on some NFL man weight.
There you go.
As well, he's gonna most players in the defensive line improve in their second year from their first year. So Gallimore, this basically was his first year because he didn't play much his rookie year. and he only played. I don't think he played 16 games yet as a pro.
No.
Tristan Hill has not played 16 games as a pro yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree, Coach.
If you get production out of these guys, these are the guys Dan Quinn likes. Mm-hmm. And with the second year of knowing what they need to do, I believe we are okay. But we can add Jordan Davis in there. But we add Jordan Davis, Carlos Watson gonna have to get kicked off the boat.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Because you can't keep everybody. Brent would have to leave too.
Well, Brent is not signed because Brent they didn't sign.
That's right. They didn't sign.
Irvin is still out there.
Exactly.
So now, if you want to go with receiver in the second round, I believe the Cowboys are going to bring in that guard from the guy they brought in to talk to him, the former starter at the San Diego Chargers. He went someplace else, but he had a torn ACL last year because they look for guys so they can play this little game with the money because you coming off an injury. But if they could bring a guy in that is I believe that if they bring a veteran guard in, that means that there's competition at center because I still believe they're going to draft a guard. If they bring a veteran guard in, they're going to try to draft a guy, not just a guard. They're going to try to draft a guy that plays guard and tackle. Mm-hmm. And then the competition goes in that if one of those guys stick at guard, the competition goes to center with Conor McGovern moving over to center, fighting out by Tyler Bialish for the center role.
I love it, Coach. I like your strategy. I ain't knocking it at all. I like it.
Then your depth there at line is there for it, but you got to be careful when you're drafting these guys that can play guard and tackle. Yeah. Because sometimes you kind of lean a little bit more on the finesse side because of the tackle part of the feet and the movement.
Yeah.
And you get a guy that's got movement for a tackle, but not as stout in the middle to play a power guard.
Exactly.
And again, it just depends on how Kellen Moore uses him. Now,
Good luck with that, Coach. Good luck with that one. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't know. I don't trust Kellen Moore at all. Not even one bit. All right, Coach. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Coach. And if we're talking about running game, my partner Joe. I always say where you're from because I appreciate him so much. He is in Italy right now. I don't know what time it is over there in the country of Italy, but he always is here with me. I have to address his because he brings up a great point. And Coach Breedlove, Coach Price, I know Coach Price, you still here, but Coach Breedlove, another way that we can really see, I really believe that if you get a nasty blocking tight end, that will help out the running game as well, too. I see a lot of 12 personnel. For those that don't know, 12 personnel is a 2 tight end set, 1 running back, which is what Zeke likes, 1 running back. You don't want no fullback, just 1 back in the backfield. If we get a good blocking tight end, 2, and remember now, Schultz has put on some more weight, they said, and, he's not the greatest blocker, but he ain't just total trash either. But who knows with that extra 10 to 12 pounds he has gained, what would that do? You get a good blocking tight end and you run a lot of 12 personnel where you really are dictating the running game. And so Joe says something about a tight end, Trey McBride, who can do both. Catch and block. That's another good way to attack. That if you get this line rolling and you had a 2 tight end set, can you imagine the play action game with that? Can you imagine if you get a good blocking tight end, especially if you get 2 of them? Oh my God! With this running, I mean, with Pollard and Zeke back there. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Can you imagine the play action? Oh, and this can happen. This can happen. Oh, exactly, Joe. Joe bringing up and see when we talk blocking, we talking about left guard, which is only right, yeah. But what if we start running 12 personnel, which I think what we ought to do, since we want to dictate running game and all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and do it. You see what Joe said? Remember the Patriots won through that Super Bowl with just 2 tight ends. Tom Brady never had a wide receiver other than Randy Moss. He always had possession type guys, Welker and Edelman, Those guys, really wasn't making no. Edelman wasn't no Pro Bowl wide receiver. He was great as long as he was with Brady. He would, the only receiver he really had was Moss. Somebody explosive like that. I ain't no disrespect to Troy Brown and, those other guys that played with him, but they weren't no Pro Bowl receivers. The Gonzalez and Grunt Hernandez and Grunt just destroyed people. Y'all remember that? Aaron Hernandez, yes, the one that's in, had the problems and all that, but when they were on the football field, y'all remember, Patriots had great defense too, so we ain't gonna act like it was just all Brady. He had a great defense, but if we can get a real good blocking tight end with Schultz, you gonna be able to do something. So that can be picked up later. I'm talking 4th, 5th round. We got 3 picks in the 5th round. You get a good blocking tight end, and you get a left guard, if that's what we're gonna do. You gonna be all right in the running game. As if, of course, Kellen Moore decides to run the football, which is what we've been begging for 2 years. If I'm still begging for the same thing after 2 years, that tells me it ain't gonna be done. that's yeah. Joe says that should help Dak with his passing game because Dak is not a really deep pass anyway. He is better throwing in the seam, slants, curl routes, stuff like that. He's really not a post route guy. He's capable of doing it. That's just not what we call on. He's gotten better with his deep ball every year. He's progressed. One thing about Dak, you can't take from him. He has progressed every single year. He has. And who knows what this year going to be like. Hopefully take another step and we move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it through. I thank y'all for this therapy session that you guys gave me. Took my mind off a few things. This is fun. Y'all get ready. The draft is going to happen this Thursday. I know everybody going to be glued in. We're going to find out what Coach Price and Coach Breedlove and maybe my little theory and Joe and those people that joined in. Let's see if when I come on Saturday, we'll be in the draft on Saturday, of course. It should be a day 3, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. It may be rounds 4 and 5 on day 3. I don't know. I forgot the schedule, but day 3 is. Is day 3, 5, 6, and 7? It's in the lower part of the draft. We know that. Forgive me for not being accurate on that, but I think it is like that. Okay. But Saturday, we should be live. We should be, actually, when I come on at 3 o'clock on Saturday, we should be in the draft, actually, when I come on. So that'll be fun. We'll see who we pick up. Yeah, Saturday will be round 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'll come on at 3 o'clock. We will be in the draft live. So that ought to be fun as we talk about who we picking up. Oh, that'll be fun. So y'all come on, hang with me for at 3 o'clock. We should be somewhere in that draft. by then, definitely on that day. So that'll be fun, y'all. Now, you guys know if something crazy go on, y'all know I'm coming back. So it's just too much of a gap. I might do a couple videos or something like that. Who knows? I might come on sometime in the week. All right. Listen, now, here's what I want to do. I've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Most of you guys know I'm a assistant pastor here in Memphis. Most of you know me. I'm a bishop in the Lord's Church. And so what I want to do, and this will be only on Podbean. So Podbean doesn't require that I show my face or anything like that. It'd be just kind of like listening to the radio. Podbean is you. For those of you that want to follow me, I'm going to be doing my religious type stuff on Podbean. So you guys who are interested in hearing, some word and talking about some life applications type stuff, come on, follow me. You just need to go find the Big Time Show on Podbean. It's a free app. You can download the app and just search out the Big Time Show. Again, I'm not going to change the name or anything like that. I'm going to keep doing my music, the same thing, but I have sections on there where I can go religion or sports and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go religion and go into that field a little bit more because, much as I'm doing a little writing now and stuff like that. You'll be hearing about that in a couple more days, actually. Some of the things that I have going on that I haven't talked about at all. I'm excited. I got a lot of stuff going on. I do. I got a lot of stuff going on. I just don't say it, but you'll be hearing about it. But if you're on, for those that are on Podbean and you're going to be listening to this, I see you, Miss Ty. For those that are on Podbean, just follow the show. Let me put this in for those that are on Facebook. If you're interested, it is this simple. There it is right there. Podbean, Podbean. Follow me on that. When you follow me there, just turn on, hey, Gary, what's up, brother? There he is there, one of my preaching friends. There it is. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for keeping Mama in your prayers. Follow me on Podbean. And I'm going to be starting my little, talk from a religious perspective, life application stuff. I'm not going to preach. I'm not that. We get enough of preaching on Sundays, and all you guys look at your favorite preachers on there. So I'm not trying to preach. I'm really just trying to talk about some life application stuff, ministerial type stuff, and perspectives of the church from a pastoral position, I guess. And who knows what kind of conversations can come out of that. So this will be on Podbean only. Podbean. Follow me on that. Download that app to your phone. You can actually listen to me like I'm there live now on this show. If you don't want to watch Facebook and all that kind of stuff, you can hear me live like this. You just won't see my face, but you can hear it live on Podbean as well. So go there. I'm going to come there probably sometime this week and just do something. Definitely do something. It is a podcast. Definitely. That is actually the original home of the Big Time Show. Before I started Facebook and all that kind of stuff, I was doing this. Well, not actually. If you've been following me a long time, I used to do the Cowboy Report. So that go way back. That go back to 2012 and all that kind of stuff. But the podcast, the Podbean, is actually the original home for the podcast. So it's I've never left home. That's where I'll go, and I hope you guys will come follow me there and Hopefully we'll help each other, and hopefully we'll gain knowledge from each other. Hopefully some of you might want to listen to what I have to say, and hopefully it'll help you grow in Christ. Or for those that are followers of Christ. Now, if you following Buddha and all that, I can't help you. I can't. I don't know nothing about him. You see what I'm saying? So who knows? If you're a non-believer, maybe you will listen, and maybe it'll help you to believe. How about that? Wouldn't that be something? That the podcast could be a vehicle for an extension of salvation. How about that? Wouldn't that be incredible? That would be great. Hey, that would be great for real. So come on, hang with me. Come on to Podbean. Everybody come to Podbean. Follow me on there. Just put Podbean in your phone. It's a free app. Then search out the Big Time Show. And then just turn those notifications on. And that's all you have to do. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with me tonight. Appreciate this little group therapy that y'all allowed me to have with you guys tonight. I will see you guys here on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. I will see you guys on Saturday, unless something crazy happens. Like the Cowboys have traded up. Okay, then I got to come on and say something then, all right? But if not, I would. Who knows? I might do something Thursday. I mean, it is the draft. Everybody is gonna do it. I might well just come in and do something. Who knows? I don't know. All right, but just stay tuned. Keep my mother and my family in your prayers. Mama is. If you haven't heard, I'll say it again. For those that follow me, go to my personal page. There was a video that I did earlier today that would explain everything. Go to that. I'm not going to do that here again. Go to my personal page on Facebook. If you're on Podbean, just search out Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr., Louis, Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr. Send me a friend request and you'll be able to see what I had to say concerning my mother earlier on today. Do that and catch up. Appreciate you so much for allowing me to hang with you guys tonight. We'll see you on this Saturday. Well, I guess let me do this while I still got time. Okay. If you want to contribute to the podcast, there it is. That's one way you can do it. Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. $ the Big Time Show. If you want to support me in that way, I would appreciate it. If not, I just appreciate your ear. If you're on Podbean, all you have to do is touch that red reward bag that you see. Make a decision there, and you will be able to contribute that way monthly. Same thing here. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.text. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. That is a way that you can make a monthly contribution to the show. Just make a decision, and it will be appreciated. All right. I think that's it for tonight. I'm gone now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for hanging with me. We'll see you possibly Thursday, and if not, definitely Saturday. Yeah. Before you leave, come on, put your hands together, everybody. I need to see it. Come on, put your hands together. Y'all know what we do. We groove our way out of here. Thank y'all for hanging. This is, yeah, buddy, the Big Time Show. Yes, sir. Come on. I know y'all putting your hand on it, but while you at it, go on, put your foot on it too. Come on, go on, put your foot with it. Come on. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for this therapy. I had fun. Yeah. I see this. I love it. We'll see you, 5B, sometime this week. Yeah. See you. Woo.